Dudes was released in 1987. This is directed by Penelope Spheris, written by Randall Johnson, with a cast including Jon Cryer, Daniel Roebuck, and various others. And it's because of Cryer that I wanted to watch this, and I gave it a chance. And I will say there's not really anything wrong with it. There's nothing about it that's badly done. It just didn't necessarily appeal to me. And that was never guaranteed. There are plenty of films that I don't think will work for me, and I end up loving them, but that wasn't really the case here. But as I said, there's nothing really badly done, and I do have some aspects that I can praise. It's about three characters, Grant, Biscuit, and Milo, who travel to LA and get into difficulty when things become very dangerous. I could maybe go into a bit more detail than that. I don't know if it would be considered a spoiler. I won't say anything else, but there is a little bit more information online if you want to know a bit more, but I'll keep it a little vague just in case it's a spoiler. Wikipedia describes this as a Western revenge story in a contemporary setting. And I think that description makes perfect sense. That is the vibe that I'm getting from this. Now, I love Western stories. The contemporary aspect, contemporary for 1980s, of course, it works. It definitely works well, but I just didn't love it. I just didn't really get any joy out of this. And I think the main reason is the way the characters are written. I don't love the character writing. I don't really care for any of them. Sometimes I wasn't bothered about them. Sometimes I genuinely found them to be kind of irritating. So the narrative is fine. The characters for me are not that likable, so it just meant that it wasn't a very pleasant experience. But if you like the characters, you might find it to be a decent film, because the narrative itself certainly isn't badly executed. And the characters are believable, they're realistic, the performances are good. I just don't like them. Visually, it's fine, the camera work's pretty decent, and in general, I'd say if it's your kind of story and you do like the characters, then it's a well-executed experience and it might be worth watching. It's not going to be for everybody. I didn't love it. I wouldn't say I was tremendously bored, but I wasn't enthusiastic about it. Yes, I liked watching Jon Cryer, but that wasn't enough to save the film for me. Ultimately, I didn't like Dudes, but I think it's largely down to personal preference. Everything seems to be done pretty well, and if it sounds like a film for you, then maybe it's one that's worth watching.